Hey ladies and gentlemen, how is it going today on this fine Friday morning? Today I have just a gameplay video here for you guys, and pretty much what we're going to be talking about and covering in this episode of Hawks with Dougie is just football players in 2021 and what people think of them. And it's funny because, you know, like back in the day, like football players were looked at as like animals. They were looked down upon because they were rude and they had no values, etc. But today I just want to make a video from my own experience anyways, because I play football in university in Canada. Been through the grind. I've played since I was 13 years old. I'm currently 20, turning 21 soon. And I just wanted to cover my take on football players, and specifically like the stigma around them, you know, like they're bad guys. All they do is cause trouble. They're not reliable. They're just dumb people to play football, dumb boys to play sports, you know. And I want to end that, you know, like I want to just make this video and talk about this because I think this is a decently important issue. I've noticed anyways, going through the process and going through the grind of football and being a part of a football team. And I just wanted to share how it's all wrong, you know, like maybe back in the day, like in the 90s, 80s, 70s, sure, like you definitely had your share of bad football players, the guys who were just causing shit. They were known to party, they were known to break shit, they were known to do all this jumbo mash bullshit, you know. I don't know what I just said, but we're gonna ride with it anyways. Free flowing as possible. I don't want to over edit anything. I kind of just want to go through my life, I guess, and my experiences without the over need to edit, you know. So starting off, I started playing football when I was 13, like I just mentioned, and I played in middle school. And generally, like in middle school, the main reason why young teenage boys play football, unless they've previously played football as young children, as tyke and pee-wee levels, etc., those guys, they love the grind. They already know what the grind's about. They've been doing it. They love the game of football. When you get to high school, it's a bit of a different story here, ladies and gentlemen. So we have these people that think it's cool to play football, and like you're a jock at the school to play football, right? That's kind of true, and in my experience it was kind of true when I was in middle school and high school. But I started playing football at 13, like I said, and previously I was in Air Cadets, and you could imagine the change I went through for that. I was a pretty big individual as a child, as a teenager, I guess, young teen. And my gym teacher was actually the head coach when I was in grade 8, and he would not stop hounding me to get on the football team. And pretty much, like, I kept saying, no, like, it's not for me. I was pretty unathletic back then. I didn't really care to do much. I was just like, oh, Modern Warfare 2, like, Black Ops 2, that's all I cared about. And it took him personally mail a letter to my parents addressing the fact that he wanted me to be on the football team. He thought I could be a big impact to this football team, and he said I'd start day one, and pretty much the rest is history. I tried out, made it, I started all like 8 games of the middle school season, and to me, I thought it was really sick. I was like, damn, like I'm on the football team. Yeah, I'm on the football team, you know what it is. And like, I thought it was sick. I was like, this is something I've never experienced before, and I thought that like I was a jock, you know, like I was gonna gain all these friends and stuff because I was playing football. And that's true to an extent. Like I became friends with all the people on the team for the most part, and then whenever I got to like high school, not middle school, that's whenever like kind of picked up. There's a lot more fake people playing football. They wanted to just get the clout for being a part of a team and like being like this big bad football player, even though they're like 5'11", 160, you know, like big football players. But yeah, so pretty much like I went to Cégep in Quebec. So Cégep is pretty much like a JUCO in the States. You go right after high school and you're there for 2 to 3 years. Most people choose 3. And what I learned when I went to this Cégep, I can talk about like high school and like my coach's influences on me in high school, but I think the biggest impact that I had was when I went to Cégep, and I went to John Abbott College, and the coaches there, I'm not going to name names, but they instilled value in us, like extreme values, like be on time, be respectful, be the best person you can in any given moment. You want to set an example for the rest of the community at the school, and pretty much that's what we did. And for the most part, everyone abided by this, and everybody, you know, like they all bought in real quick. And there were some people that didn't, which is, you're going to get that with anything you do in life, but we had a lot of guys buy in, and a lot of guys were trying to set examples for the rest of the school to follow, you know. So they did well, and like that's pretty much it. And like anytime I think of being a part of a football team now, I just think of, you know, I gotta be on time, I gotta show up, I can't skip anything. And there's a lot of values that go hand in hand with life too, is that like if you get a job, you know, you got this job interview, you can't be late or else it sets a huge bad impression, you know. Like, so in some ways, yes, football can be an outlet for people to just boost their egos and stuff, but for the majority of people in 2020 and 2021 now, it's a whole different story. Like, man, let me tell you, I would not be the person I am today. I would not be as mature as I am this young. I mean, I am 20, so I'm not necessarily young, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of guys who are 20 now in 2020 who are still living in their parents' basement, like very dependent on their parents. And I'm not saying I'm Jesus or anything. Like, no, you're saying that you're better than everyone. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, like, you know, like, it's, times have changed, you know. Like, we went from having like high school graduates in the 60s move out when they were 16, 17, 18. My parents, my mom, she moved out when she was like 16 or 17 or some shit like that. I don't really know the specifics, but all I can tell you is that times have changed. People, children and teenagers and young adults have to rely on their parents way more than they used to. And football, in my experience, has been literally the like meta for me to grow as an individual and grow as a human. And, you know, like, I learned so many values that I partake in every single day, you know. Like, I am always on time as much as I can be, and yeah, man, like, that's all I can pretty much say right now, is that football players are not all dumbed down jogs who only play football for the attention, only try to get the attention from the girls, only try to do this and that. A lot of people see football as a way, sports in general, as a way to fuel yourself, you know, as an outlet or like whatever you may need. And it's not all about the glory, you know. Like, it's not all about partying and shit like that anymore. Back in the day it was. 2020, it's not like that. 2021, definitely not like that. But yeah, with that all being said, I hope this was somewhat of an eye-opener for you guys, for the people who don't partake in sports or aren't around the sports lifestyle, I guess you could say. You don't have to look up to jogs and be like, yo, like, this guy's a mean asshole, you know. Like, he's like, most of us aren't. We just, like, sometimes you'll have guys that are massive and shit. They'll look pretty intimidating, but no, like, most of us are pretty good at court, and our hearts are good. We have good intentions and shit like that. So, trying to end a stigma that's been around for a while now. Yeah, if you guys like this, please hit that like button. It means I'm doing something good. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Peace out.